name is Jenny, and I'm a wife and mom raising 2 kids. But I used to live a more glamorous life as a TV reporter. I was on the nightly news interviewing pop stars and politicians. So when I said goodbye to TV and hello to motherhood, I suddenly discovered what we moms are up against. We live in a world that tells us to be rich and famous, thin and successful. You know, almost nobody says, "Oh, hey, you're a mom? That's fabulous." But you are fabulous, and I'm here to tell you why.
It's the Channel Mom Show, celebrating you with Jenny Dean Schmidt.
Alrighty, welcome back to the Channel Mom Show, where today is Celebrate Mom Day at the Chick-fil-A and on the border of Lakewood and Littleton on Wadsworth, just south of Belleview. We're so excited. We're celebrating mothers here today and all kinds of wonderful things going on for you and your children, so please come down and see us. By the way, that song we just listened to, Dan, is it still on? When he's saying he's got the moves like Jagger, is he actually talking about 65-year-old Mick Jagger?
He's still got the moves, though.
He does. But I'm loving that if they think that Mick Jagger still has the moves, because then that makes me a mere youngster.
Oh, you're good. You're all good.
Absolutely good. And right now we have Jessie Armerding. Is that how we pronounce it?
Armerding.
Armerding. Okay. Marketing director at the Chick-fil-A here at Belleview Shores.
Mm-hmm.
So we just want to thank you for letting us do a Celebrate Mom Day. Yeah, Chick-fil-A is co-sponsoring this with us, and you really believe in moms and what they do, and so important. I want you to tell everybody out there, what is it about Chick-fil-A, the company, that supports events that honor mothers, honor families, events like Celebrate Mom Day?
Yeah. Well, ever since Truett Cathy founded Chick-fil-A, he's always wanted to keep really strong values in the company, and so that's been shown to all the Chick-fil-A's as they've opened up over the years. And so one thing they support is they have individual marketing directors at each one. So we have the ability to really reach out locally. And so a lot of times we'll reach out to churches and elementary schools and different organizations, and we just have the time and the ability to really reach out to families and plan events like this.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a great cause. What other kinds of events, just in case anybody's listening today, what other kinds of events that they might be able to get involved with Chick-fil-A?
Yeah. Well, every month our particular store likes to have a family night. And so last month in October we had a costume party. And usually we have just face painting and fun stuff for kids to have a great time and their moms to relax while their kids are over there. And then we also have started a monthly trivia night for families to come to. Usually the third Thursday of each month. And then we have spirit nights, which are ways for organizations, schools, churches, groups, for part of the proceeds from the night's profit to go directly back to them.
Awesome. So that's a good thing for people to know out there. So if you're listening, just realize that you can do a spirit night here at Chick-fil-A. What did about Celebrate Mom Day resonated with you? Now, you're not a mom yet.
No.
But what made you pick up on this? And John the store owner, or
Well, I usually sit back in the corner of the store, and so I see a lot of the population coming in, and a lot of the people are moms with their kids. They're having play dates or mom group right near the playground, and so we just realized this is a population who loves coming here, and so we really wanted to just let them know that we value them and we appreciate them.
Great. Thank you so much, Jessie. We appreciate you being with us today.
Hey, Mom. Feeling too busy and a bit overwhelmed? Would you like a shortcut to raising great kids? Try out our Channel Mom's tips for busy moms.
Alrighty, Shell, if you would like to avoid marriage counseling fees, I know your husband's here and you don't really need marriage counseling, but a lot of people do. We all have at one point or another in our lives. You know what? Even if you're not married, this advice is really good advice. It's advice for friends. It's just fabulous advice, and it's free.
Just relationships.
Yes, it's free. You don't have to go to a counselor and pay $150 an hour, so enjoy this. It's your free advice today from a woman named Lori Bizzacco, I think, of Cupid's Pulse. It's a website where she offers relationship advice. First of all, she says in relationships, fight. That's her number one thing. She says fight because it might sound contradictory, but our arguments between couples can actually be a sign that the relationship still has a good foundation. When you're indifferent, that spells big trouble. When you're arguing, it still means you care.
Well, and stuffing it, whoa, that could come back later.
Yes.
Years later.
That's
if
right.
you stuffed it.
So it says go ahead and fight.
Get it out.
It's another one is if you love her or him, let them grow. Let them grow. Don't be afraid of that. Most people develop and change as they get older, but this often comes to a surprise to the spouse, according to Bazzacco. She says that we often get so wrapped up in the relationship and think we know someone so well that we don't allow them the freedom to be anything more than the person they were when we met them.
How could you expect them not to grow after all these years? I mean, people who are married like the couple earlier today, 72 years.
Yeah. But I think
Part of living.
It is. But you know what? I think we do have to embrace the changes, and sometimes we have to accept the negative ones and still stand by them, depending on how awful it is. But you know, I'm a big proponent of marriage, so I do think that we do need to stick around for even some of the bad changes and be, grateful for the good ones.
It's bound to happen.
Yeah, it is. All right, be the A-team. I love this. It may sound cheesy, but the phrase suggests an us-first attitude that couples should have when it comes to their relationship.
Before kids even.
Yes, and this means that they should consult, discuss, and make decisions as a couple, and do not put other relationships, children or extended family, before this primary relationship. I think we get that wrong sometimes in America. Like my kids come first. Really, the relationship is supposed to be primary. The reason the children are there is because you had that relationship to begin with. Now, I'm not suggesting you should put your relationship, your marriage before God, but all other relationships, absolutely.
Well, we always consider that we want to get married and then start a family.
Yeah.
Well, actually, when you get married, you started the family.
That's right.
Before you even had children.
That's right. So take that seriously, an us-first attitude. Add some oomph to your hello when you've been separated from your spouse for some time, even if it was just for the workday. Greet him or her enthusiastically, rather than just glancing up and saying, yeah, you take this child. You won't believe my day. You know what I mean? Honestly, I sometimes think, oh my gosh, I'm not very good at making my husband feel welcome when he comes back home because I'm overwhelmed by what's happening in my day,
Don't you want to come home at the end of the day? You want to have people there that's excited that you came home.
Yeah. That's what we used to love about coming home to toddlers. Because they were like, mommy, you know what I mean? Or daddy.
And your dog.
Yeah, and our dog. I do rely on my
dog. Your dog is really excited that you're home.
Yes, my golden retriever regularly mauls Shelly.
But we should do that with each other.
We should. And how much more would the husband or wife want to come home? If it was just, hi, sweetie, or hi, honey, or whatever it is that you call them,
I'm so glad you're home.
Yeah, give a big hug the whole night. I mean, they'd be more likely to really want to come home if that's the way they were greeted. It's just the truth. Alrighty, don't forget your manners. You have to say thanks. It's easy to get wrapped up in what your partner is doing wrong, and too often we lose sight of what they're doing right. That's so true. Listen to this. Every night, get in the habit. Now, I don't think you're going to do it every night, but maybe just once a week, of writing down 3 good things about your spouse, things that maybe they've done even that are good in that day, even if you're feeling bad about them. This keeps you feeling more positive toward them, which will benefit your relationship, says Elizabeth Lombardo, who is a psychologist and therapist in Pennsylvania. And it can benefit you, too. When you're in the middle of a fight, you think back to your list, and you can remember the reasons that you're in that relationship. And actually, I would suggest that your spouse does it for you, because you and I, we all have bad days, But I love that. I think so often we forget, even in our own day, I sometimes, when I say my prayers during the day, I think, how quickly do I forget all the great blessings that God has given me and instead focus on all the things I don't have or that went wrong,
Right.
And we do the same thing with our spouse. Like, I'm just sick and tired of this and this and this, instead of, oh, by the way, he's done this and this and this, or she's done this and this. Don't you think?
I do think. Well, and that can, again, extend to other relationships, like with your kids. Clean your room, get your homework done, and you could come up with, actually, I'm probably worse with my kids than I am my spouse.
And not thinking about the good things about them.
Right.
Just thinking about the things they don't do.
Right.
That's true. I think that happens in teenage years. I find myself with my son who's now 13, and you have a 15-year-old.
And 13.
I do. Yeah, you have a 15 and a. Oh, you poor girl. You got 2 teenagers now. Woo!
They're great.
Congratulations. So yeah, I find that I will find the things that I don't like about him being a teenager instead of like all the great things about the way in which he communicates with me now and helps me, and yeah, that's wonderful. So don't forget that, people. Say it to mommies out there. Write down a few good things a week to remind yourself about your spouse and your kids. Finally, get good feedback. Even if your relationship is as old as the hills, it's never too late to ask your partner one simple question. This is kind of sweet. How do you know that I love you? You ask that of your partner. How do you know that I love you? Listen carefully to their response. I really hope they don't say, I don't know. If nothing else, Ward, who is, I believe, a LCSW, she says that you'll discover which of your actions are the most appreciated and which behaviors that you should maintain and, moving forward, and maybe which ones you should eliminate. Hi, welcome to Celebrate Mom Day.
And then which ones speak to him.
Yeah. Yeah, because you may think, you know how the love language thing, you may think that you're being loved and so on and so forth.
And you're wasting your time on all these
you're being loving if it's the way you would want to be loved. That's right. We make that mistake. All righty. We want to thank you so much for listening to the Channel Mom Show. We've got some fabulous guests for you next week. Really cool. A woman who wrote the book Momology and is associated with MOPS. And she's going to come in and tell us all about how to raise better kids, which I really like. And we also have a blogger who you might know. She's kind of famous among moms who blog. I'm not even going to tell you who she is, but she's coming in to chat with us too. So please join us for that. And for right now, we just want to welcome you to Celebrate Mom Day. This is the day. Tell everybody, it's Celebrate Mom Day. Please celebrate me. So please come down and join us. Be celebrated. Let me personally thank you for being a mom. I so appreciate how you are trying to make the world a better place by the way you raise your kids. Isn't that right, Shell?
That's right.
All right. I'm celebrating you, Shell. How about you?
Oh, it feels great to be here.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, moms. We love you, and God bless you.